is to get them expecting something. Number 2, who remembers E?
Escalate.
Escalate. What does it mean to escalate?
Raise tension.
To raise that tension, to build the tension.
Now, why is it that you want to do it? Everyone's like, pop the stupid weasel, come on. You get in with it. We've kind of, we've seen what this is done earlier. We opened it up, popped it out. Everyone's kind of familiar with it. We get a little foreshadow. Now right now, I escalated it. I had to just kind of sing the little song. Now that's escalate. We've built up this expectation something is supposed to happen. We're all watching. We all kind of want it to do it. And then if you just if you guys all leave, then it never resolves. That'll fade. It goes away. There we go. Pop goes away right there. You can scare as soon as after you build up the tension, the anticipation's there. If they walk through and they're expecting you to be scared in the front, it's probably better to scare them from behind, or scare them above, or scare them from the side, or scare them in a different way that they're not really expecting. Or as soon as they walk through, and then scare them, But you just have to do that, or it's just like leaving money on the table. You really got to take it. That's why we're here. We want people to
Understand that the build-up is not effective without the punch, and the punch is not effective without the build-up. So that's again why we're going to be talking about synergy, because we want the whole build-up and then the startle, because then it's so much better. This is create synergy between your effects. Bless you. Have you ever been one of the actors who's just your effect is not working? Anybody? Everybody's had it at some point in time. So every one of us, including myself, including Adam, have been in some effect that has not worked. Now the thing that we'd like you guys to be thinking about is that you guys are not alone. There's not one of you that if you are a single actor are going to be able to make this thing work. In fact, every one of these walls, every one of the props, all of the sound effects, all of the lights, all of the actors are all creating some sort of a synergy. What we want is for each of you guys to think of yourselves as either the one that's foreshadowing, escalating, or resolving that scare. Like I said, there's teams of 2 to 5. I have a friend that let me borrow this. Anybody tell me what it is?
Duck call.
Duck call. What is the purpose of a duck call?
To lure them into.
Okay? Okay? In the context of what we're talking about, what is a duck call? It's a foreshadowing, okay? It's a lure. We're trying to get the duck to go, I think there might be a duck. Okay? Now, if that's all he hears, what's he going to do?
Go to it.
Well, he'll look around.
If he doesn't hear it again, he's going to fly away.
He's got to hear it again, and then eventually he's got to see what?
Duck.
He's got to see that, oh,
It's a duck.
there's a duck. I heard a duck, and I saw a duck. So now what do I want to do?
Go to the duck.
Go to the duck.
He's not playing.
Okay. We have a saying in haunting that the effect is not the effect. Okay? I want you to pick a room. What's one of our big rooms this year?
Netting maze.
The what? The netting maze? Give me something where there's like a scene.
The room behind you is Lust, where there's a girl up on the stage.
Okay. So there's a girl. Now, what is the girl?
She's a
Duck.
duck. She's a witch.
If it floats?
Small rocks.
Okay. Now the duck, there's a name for this. Who can tell me what the name is for these kind of things?
Decoy.
A decoy, thank you. Okay, so what is she?
She's the decoy.
She's the decoy, that's all she is. Now, is the decoy's job necessarily to be the gun?
No.
No. What's the gun's job?
Kill the hunter.
to kill the hunter. In this case, hopefully not the hunter. Hopefully, in this case, it might be the duck. Okay? Now, if there are any anti-hunters, I apologize for my analogy. There were no actual animals harmed in this analogy. Okay? Okay, so we have the foreshadowing. We have the escalation. And in our situation, we also actually have some camouflage that's going to hide the resolution. Okay? So each one of you guys, we're going to have these teams. In fact, in a second, I'd like to go find a room, get a team of about 2 to 5, and kind of practice and see if we can figure out how to actually build one onto the other, leading up to the resolution. We said this was the art of war, right?
Yeah.
So we're actually trying to get somebody to gotcha. That's what we kind of call it. We call them gotchas. The guy that gets you is the gotcha. Okay.
We know that's kind of confusing.
So we have the person that kind of leads in and says, look out over there. Then you come in there and they see that there's something over there, and then you have somebody that gets them from over there. It's pretty simple. But it's not just walking into the room and shooting them with the gun. You're trying to actually build the expectation to start a potentiation. Okay? Last thought?
Yes, I remember the first time when I realized that I was a duck. Usually when we do our hunt, I'm a static, stuck in a place. I'm tied to a pole. I'm stuck somewhere and I can't get around anywhere. But the first year I did that to myself. I decided I want to do a really, really, really neat effect. I want people to walk into a room and see me impaled on a big pole. I want to be stuck on a pole and they'll see me. I don't be squirming and I'll be suspended on a pole. It'll clearly go all the way through me, and just I want it to be an amazing, almost a magical type effect. And I made it, and I spent a lot of time, and I remember getting into it, and it was pretty neat. And
There's pictures on the website if you want to see it.
Hey, you can check it out. And I remember people walking in, and they saw me, and I was just sure people were going to just crumple with horror and with fear. And they walked out, that's me, whatever, and they just walked through. I was crushed. I thought, well, don't you guys appreciate my effect? Don't you realize what I did to put myself in the situation? The next person come through, and nobody cared. And it was because the whole time I didn't realize what it was. Who am I? What am I doing here? What is my purpose? I thought I was the gun. I wasn't. I was the little duck. And I realized, wait a minute, I got an idea. If I kind of freeze myself in a position, I look like a mannequin. And when people come in, they notice me, they see me, they're not scared by me. I'll kind of freeze and they'll walk in and see me, and while they're staring at me, we put someone else on the other side of the room that runs out behind them and scares them. And that works great. And then I realized, wait a minute, I can scare them too. In our world, after the hunter shoots the duck, our decoy can starts eating it or whatever. They can become involved too. And I realized, you know what? I can become involved. Once that person is now scared or shot or whatever, then I jump, and they didn't realize. They thought I was a decoy, and I come to life, and I scare them again, and we scare them, and they go running out terrified. And then I was satisfied. Okay, all my work and all my effort, it's worth it. I don't want people to just walk through and admire my handiwork. That's not what it's about. We want them to be scared. So by realizing really what I was supposed to be doing in that room and doing it, becomes more effective, especially when we combine it with each other.